Ni hao, my name is Nur Afni or Auntie Nur. I will like the presentation about my final project in machine learning and big data analytics course with the title Flow Monitoring Dashboard equal integrated temperature and humidity analytics using Not. This is my project overview from data collection to Not-Right pipeline. The first one is data collection, which is the dataset collected from the sensor that take directly in my laboratory, then logs the data into a CSV file stored locally on the disk. After that, I will doing the SQL import. First make the database, then import the CSV file into Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. After that, I'm using the Node-RED pipeline used to connect to the database, run SQL query, and display the results on an interactive dashboard with judge and chart. Okay, this is the dataset source. The first one I need to hardware, which is Raspberry Pi 4 connected to the sensor module. Then capture the ambient temperature, which is the Celsius scale, and relative of the humidity. And then data transfer. So the raw sensor will be loaded to a CSV file into the Raspberry Pi, then file copy to the laptop via SSH. And the dataset format is the structure of CSV, which are timestamp, temperature of Celsius, and humidity. Next is data import process. The first thing I need to do is preparing CSV file. Then make sure there is no error inside the file. Then create the database in Microsoft SQL Server. And then after that, I import flat file via the Microsoft. Inside the final project database, this is step by step that I will doing the experiment later. This is the SQL script filled inside the SMS. Okay, next is Node-RED pipeline. So the Node-RED dashboard feature, the first one is charge, which is to show the line chart of historical temperature and humidity from the SQL query. Then judge, the Celsius scale with a minimum value 15 and the maximum value 14, 40. Then the relative humidity indicator with a person. The last one is PDF report. PDF file to see the whole data and the table form. This is the flow of my Node-RED. Okay, this is the Node-RED visualization that I will show later. Okay, next into the experiment. Okay, next I will show about the from the file to the Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio, and the last one is Node-RED. So the first thing is this is my dataset, which is the timestamp. There's a three variable timestamp, temperature, and humidity. This is a CSV file. I will import it into the Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. First, I need to make this database. I already have the database here, and I will go to the task and then import my flat file. Just put the dataset here and create the table name, then click next. Okay, because I already have it, so I'm just keep it. And this is my table with the name is sensor. Then I will just design to see the data type here, which is the timestamp is using data type too because it contains the hour, minute, and second. And temperature C and humidity is a what data type. This is the query to select to display the whole table. Okay, this is my table. And how I will connect it with the Node-RED. So I will show this is my flow. I'm using the first thing is inject to grab the data. This is the main part, which is the MS SQL plus. Inside it, I'm just using this query, which is select. So I will select timestamp, temperature, and humidity from. This is my table name ordered by timestamp. So it will order by the timestamp and ascend. Okay, just click done. And there are four functions here, which is the temperature chart function, humidity chart function, judge function, and PDF function. Let's take a look one by one. This is my coding. just using the message payload to show, and make sure you're using the same variable name, which is temperature C. Okay, let's take a look about the humidity. Same humidity. Next is judge function. The first thing I initialize the variable, and then it will capture and store the array directly from MSSQL plus not. And it will, okay, this part is connect to the start simulation and stop simulation button. Okay, let's take a look at the PDF function. So in the PDF function, it will show the timestamp, temperature, and humidity. So in this part, because we saw here in the MSSQL, there's a lot of numbers. So in this part, it will change one number to only one digit after the decimal point. Okay. This is a UI of the temperature chart. This is a temperature chart that's UI. You can set up about the size and other. This is the humidity, it's same with the temperature chart. Okay, in the judge function, there is a two button, start simulation and stop simulation. So if I click start the simulation, it will show the judge function, and if I stop it, it will stop. But it's only for judge function, because when I grab the data and it starts, the temperature already showed it. So this is the judge temperature. I'm setting the minimum is 15 and the maximum 40. It's just like a normal room temperature. And this is the humidity using percent, so minimum 0 and the maximum 100. The last one is, this is the PDF make to make the PDF, and this is for the CSS. It can make the content of PDF. Okay, let's do it. So the first thing I need to do is, the first thing that I forget to show is I need to activate the node track using this command. Node track already active. Okay, the first thing. Then I'm using, I will click the grab data. This is the inject. Okay, it shows the successfully injected database ready. This is my node track. I will refresh. Okay, if I start simulation, the judge will show. If I start simulation, it's streaming now, it's streaming raw. And if I stop, it can show the simulation hard topic. And if I download the PDF report, it will show the dataset recapitulation report. So this is one of the limitations, because this is not real time monitoring. So let's just show all of the whole dataset that I already have. And for the future work, it can be used to of course, to the environmental about the monitoring temperature and humidity. I think that's all for me. Thank you.